Okay, good morning and welcome to the online classes. It is Jagdishwar Lalkar with you. We were discussing about verb. So we have written here verb. Verb. At first you have to know what is the definition of a verb. Generally, a verb is a doing thing. But whenever we write a sentence, we see that we can't write a sentence without a verb. We can write a sentence without a noun, without a pronoun, even without adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction and interjection. But we can never write any sentence without a verb. That's why we can say that verb is the life force, is the vital force. Without a verb, a sentence is dead. Take an example. See here, Ram or he, good morning. See, he good morning or good morning. It is dead. There is no meaning, no particular meaning, grammatical meaning, epigrammatic effect in this sentence. But if we put is and full stop, he is a good one. Now, it is a complete sentence. Means to say a verb is necessary. So, without a verb, there is no life in a sentence. So, a sentence is dead without a verb. So, we must remember that we have to understand verb very well. If you watch the grammar, if you see the grammar, you will feel that we can classify a verb in more than any parts of the speech. But at first, we have to recognize them. How can we recognize that this is a verb? As for example, how can we recognize that we are Indians? If we speak Hindi, if our dresses are like Indians, then we are Indians. If we are patriotic to India, we are Indians. In the same way, there is a symbol for each and everything. In the same way, we will start studying verb. At first, we have to understand its recognition. I have found that we can recognize a verb through state, place and form. State. State, there are so many meanings of the state. Bihar is a state, even sometimes India is a state. Solid state, and ice is the solid state of water. Liquid state is water itself. Steam is its vaporous state. But here we have to think that state means avastha, a state of being. See here, being is made of be. What is the meaning of be? Be means hona. A state of being, honepan ki avastha. Means to say, and see the example, Ram is happy. Ram is at present happy. At first, there is an existence of Ram. And this is a state of being. Ram is in existence and he is happy. What is his existence? His existence is related to happiness. The state of doing very easy. Ram writes. What does he do? He is writing. So this is a state of doing of this. Raman writes a letter. What is the state of Raman? Raman is in doing mood, in action mood. So sometimes in your junior classes we have heard that a verb is an action word. And now a state of being done. See here, being done, B4 plus B3. Being done as the pencil is broken. This is a state of being done. In the same way, Rohan was invited. Rohan has not invited. Actually, he was invited. So, the action of invitation is thrown upon Rohan. So, a state of being done, in Hindi, we can say it pratyaropan ka bhav. Raman has not invited. Raman is himself invited. So, the work of invitation was not done by Rohan. It was done by someone else. So it is a state of being done. In this way, we can recognize verb. This is one way. Now come to place. Place. See here, he is subject. So after before subject, a verb is found after subject or before subject. See here, after subject, it is subject and it is verb. It is just after. We don't need here to recognize a state. I think it is the simplest way. After subject, a verb comes, and sometimes this is subject, and here verb, again verb. So a verb comes before a subject and after a subject. Sometimes only now here is the same way object. See here, her mom, object, and it is verb here. So before an object, again see here, object, verb, and again verb. So after object, before object. We see two verbs here. And now verb. All these are verbs. See here, there is a verb before a verb, there is a verb after verb, there is verb after verb. In the same way, we can see that there are 4 verbs, although there are 5 verbs in a unit sentence. I have taken here an example of only 4 verbs, but here we see there is a series of verbs. You see here, verb, just after it a verb, before it a verb, it is verb. See here, after verb, before verb. In the same way, we can say that we have to recognize, if we are able to recognize subject, object, verb and adverb, we can recognize verbs. See here, not here adverb. It is adverb here. Adverb of negation. You will study later on, or you have studied in class 8 or 7. See here, this is verb, this is verb, adverb. Before adverb there is a verb, and after adverb there is a verb. So in this way, we can recognize a verb according to its place. But we have to understand, we have to recognize subject, object, verb, adverb. I don't think you have any problem. But for a simplest way, I will advise you, ask a question from verb, who, what. The answer will be, see here, plus verb. Question and answer is subject. What? Whom? What to whom? Plus verb, ask a question, answer is object. And others, where, why, when, other WH plus verb is a complement. We will later. You will also see that the simplest meaning of verb ends in na. Writes likhna, na. Invited, invite, nimantrit karna, na. But there are some exceptions. Nana cannot be a verb, Patna can't be a verb, Ludhiana can't be a verb, Telangana can't be a verb. These are na-ending words. Otherwise, all na-ending words are verbs. Now come to the form. We know that there are 5 forms of verb. How can we recognize forms? Generally, there is no certain rule for V1. But in V2, V3, we see DTN in the end. In V4, ING is pure. And V5, S is pure. Sometimes you will find ES or IES. But again, the last word is S. So, be careful. But here we can be tracked in V2, V3. How can we distinguish between V2, V3? Then here I have written for you 3 golden rules. See here, golden, light gold. Wherever you go to America, go to Japan, go to Italy, anywhere, go to France, you will find that these 3 rules are golden rules. They are so valuable. So remember these 3 rules. You will not find these rules in your grammar. But if you study the books of grammar, you have read one grammar book, two grammar books, three grammar books, but I have read thousands of books. So I have concluded that these three rules are very golden rules. See here, V1, to do and what else? After it, V1 will come. To have. V3 will come after to have. And V4 and V3 will come after to be. So, see here, one example. Have been. See here, to have plus V3. This is in V3. To do, this is V1. We have some examples. Yeah, this one. Again, to do, V1. So, these three rules are golden rules, and remember it, don't only remember it, put it on the tips of your tongue. Yes, now you can recognize verbs easily. Now come to the classification. When we know verbs, then we must know what are their classification, what are their kinds. So generally a verb is divided into two parts. I have decided to tell you about the first part. Second part is here. We will discuss later on. Here verb, the first part, the first kind is auxiliary verb. Generally you tell helping verb, anomalous verb, defective verb, auxiliary, but we will call them auxiliaries. Actually, all these names are worth thinking. These names suit the verbs as helping verb. Such verbs help to form kinds and subkinds of tenses. Auxiliary actually come to support something. Anomalous verb is such verbs which enumerate, which explain subkinds, defective verbs. Sometimes some verbs don't have all the five forms. Here, five forms don't have five forms. Take an example. Can could V1 and V2, V3, V4 are not available. So these are defective verbs. Yeah, but we will call them auxiliary for our word. Actually, plural of anything denote their family. So, auxiliaries, family. See here, there are 24 auxiliaries according to grammar. I have added 6 more. Why have not grammarians added these 6? There is no certain explanation. But I think these 6 verbs should be added to auxiliary. So I have written here 24 plus 6. Maybe possible there are 24 hours in a day, so they have chosen only 24 verbs. Maybe possible. Now see here, 24 verbs are divided into 3 parts. 11 verbs are primaries, 10 verbs are modals, and 3 verbs are marginals. And 6, these 6 by 6 should be added to primaries. Actually, when you will study grammar, you will find that grammarians have divided into only 2 parts. But I have seen, suppose there are so many students. Why some students go to class 10th? Why some students go to 9th? These classes are divided on the basis of capacity, capability, ability, power of understanding or power of application. In the same way, modals do only one job, primaries do 2 jobs, and marginals do 3 jobs. So I have divided it into 3 parts. See here, we see here 11. So there is a mystery in the number also. One primary, one work and one more one. 1 0, 1 work and 0 1. And here 3 1. You will find that 11, 1 work as an auxiliary and another work here. In the same way 10 and 3. But we will discuss about them next day. So thank you for today. Thank you. God bless you. Be happy. Take care. Dear children, if you have any doubt, any confusion, then put your question in short words in a comment box. I will answer them. If you have any type of confusion or doubts, don't hesitate. Ask me in the comment box. Yes, okay?